The world premiere of the horror film Shadows Beyond was supposed to be the highlight of the year. Director Gerard Cross, known for his manic obsession with realism, promised to create something so frightening that viewers wouldn't be able to sleep well for weeks. But none of the crew suspected that working on this project would be many people's last. Emily Harper, a young actress, got the lead role in the movie. She was incredibly happy. It was her chance to break out of a series of second-rate roles. However, from the very first day of filming, something was wrong. The set was located in an abandoned building of an old mental hospital in Maine. The place was said to be cursed, but Gerard only laughed at these rumors. "We need real evil," he told the actors. "People need to feel it with their skin. Look it in the eye." The cameraman, Thomas Gray, noticed that Gerard was acting strangely. He was constantly whispering with someone in the shadows, even though no one was around. And one night, Thomas saw the director drawing strange symbols on the hospital walls using something that looked like blood. Every day the atmosphere became more and more oppressive. During the shooting of one of the scenes, veteran actor Henry Watson, who played a psychopathic doctor, suddenly screamed and dropped the scalpel. His eyes were filled with terror. Who was that?" he shouted, pointing to a corner of the room. But there was no one there. Later, while reviewing the footage, editor Cassie Green noticed something strange. There was indeed a figure standing in the corner where Henry had pointed. Tall, faceless, it moved faintly in the darkness. But the scary thing was that at that moment, the only people in the room were the cast and crew. In the third week of filming, the assistant director, Susan Miller, disappeared. She left to get coffee for the crew and never returned. The police found her car nearby, but there was no sign of Susan herself. Gerard told them to continue filming as if nothing had happened. "It's just a coincidence," he waved it off. "Don't get distracted from your work." But soon Thomas Gray was missing as well. His camera was found in the middle of the set, turned on but with a blank film. No one could explain where he had disappeared to. Emily began to suspect that it wasn't just the bad atmosphere. She found Gerard's diary hidden in his trailer. In it, the director described the strange rituals he performed to summon true terror. He wrote about how he wanted to breathe life into the movie to make it come alive. "The Shadows Beyond will become more than a movie. They will become a transition," one entry read. Emily felt a chill run down her spine. She decided she should leave the set, but Gerard seemed to read her mind. He began to follow her, and her every move was now accompanied by his icy stare. On the day of filming the final scene, Gerard insisted that all the cast and remaining crew members gather in one of the darkest rooms in the hospital. He said it would be the moment of truth. Emily sensed something was wrong, but couldn't refuse. Gerard threatened to ruin her career. The stage was set. Emily was to walk through a dark hallway, and shadows would supposedly appear behind her. But when she turned around, she saw not the actors, but the very creatures Gerard had described in his diary. Their eyes reflected no light and their faces seemed elongated and distorted, as in a nightmare. Emily screamed and ran away, but Gerard only laughed. "This is what we've been waiting for," he shouted, filming the whole thing. But the shadows didn't stop. They engulfed Gerard, then the rest of the team. Emily barely made it out of the hospital in time, hearing her co-workers screaming behind her. A few days later, the police found the abandoned hospital completely empty. None of the crew could be found. The only thing left was Gerard's camera, on which the final scene was recorded. The footage was never shown to the public. Those who have seen it say, "You can see more than just the actors on the tape." They say the shadows behind the scenes come to life if you watch the tape too long. Emily was never found. But sometimes on cold winter nights, people in the neighborhood tell of seeing a girl running down the road, looking back in horror, as if something was following her. That is such a story. It reminds us that some mysteries and aspirations for realism can lead to terrible consequences. I hope you enjoyed it.